The man who is swimming against the stream knows the strength of it. I not only use all the brains that I have, but all that I can borrow. The ear of the leader must ring with the voices of the people. One cool judgment is worth 1,000 hasty counsels. The thing to do is to supply light and not heat. If a dog will not come to you after having looked you in the face, you should go home and examine your conscience. The method of political science is the interpretation of life. Its instrument is insight, a nice understanding of subtle, unformulated conditions. I would rather lose in a cause that will someday win, than win in a cause that will someday lose. Golf is a game in which one endeavors to control the ball with implements ill-adapted for the purpose. The only use of an obstacle is to be overcome. All that an obstacle does with brave men is, not to frighten them, but to challenge them. Sometimes people call me an idealist. Well, that is the way I know I am an American. America is the only idealistic nation in the world. That a peasant may become king does not render the kingdom democratic. A conservative is someone who makes no changes and consults his grandmother when in doubt. At every crisis in one's life, it is absolute salvation to have some sympathetic friend to whom you can think aloud without restraint or misgiving. The world must be made safe for democracy. Its peace must be planted upon the tested foundations of political liberty. As compared with the college politician, the real article seems like an amateur. I have long enjoyed the friendship and companionship of Republicans because I am by instinct a teacher, and I would like to teach them something. America is not anything if it consists of each of us. It is something only if it consists of all of us. If there are men in this country big enough to own the government of the United States, they are going to own it. When I give a man an office, I watch him carefully to see whether he is swelling or growing. America was established not to create wealth but to realize a vision, to realize an ideal, to discover and maintain liberty among men. There is little for the great part of the history of the world except the bitter tears of pity and the hot tears of wrath. Absolute identity with one's cause is the first and great condition of successful leadership. It is like writing history with lightning, and my only regret is that it is also terribly true. A little group of willful men, representing no opinion but their own, have rendered the great government of the United States helpless and contemptible. There are blessed intervals when I forget by one means or another that I am President of the United States. There is no higher religion than human service. To work for the common good is the greatest creed. In the Lord's Prayer, the first petition is for daily bread. No one can worship God or love his neighbor on an empty stomach. I would rather belong to a poor nation that was free than to a rich nation that had ceased to be in love with liberty. Prosperity is necessarily the first theme of a political campaign. I will not speak with disrespect of the Republican Party. I always speak with respect of the past. So far as the colleges go, the sideshows are swallowing up the circus. I am not sure that it is of the first importance that you should be happy. Many an unhappy man has been of deep service to himself and to the world. Democracy is not so much a form of government as a set of principles. Property as compared with humanity, as compared with the red blood in the American people, must take second place, not first place. If you think too much about being re-elected, it is very difficult to be worth re-electing. Interest does not tie nations together, it sometimes separates them. But sympathy and understanding does unite them. The American Revolution was a beginning, not a consummation. Princeton is no longer a thing for Princeton men to please themselves with. Princeton is a thing with which Princeton men must satisfy the country. By radical, I understand one who goes too far. By conservative, one who does not go far enough. By reactionary, one who won't go at all. What we seek is the reign of law, based upon the consent of the governed and sustained by the organized opinion of mankind. America lives in the heart of every man everywhere who wishes to find a region where he will be free to work out his destiny as he chooses. He is not a true man of the world who knows only the present fashions of it. My own ideals for the university are those of a genuine democracy and serious scholarship. These two, indeed, seem to go together.